It's the morning show, starring your host, Lisa Fuller. Co-host today, Katie Sue Castillo and Lydia Gale. It's the morning show.
So now whoever hosts has to start every show like this.
That's just a little for my people that know the Bucky song. We'll start out that way. Okay, so this is the time. I just got to know in the chat who's joining us for the first. Ashley, don't make fun of me. Oh my goodness, what? Okay, nobody has the pipes I do, sister. It's the morning show. Okay, so I have to know who in the chat. Let us know. Are you new? Like, who's joining? Is there anyone on joining us for the first morning ever? I'm going to come out with this. Shut up, Galaxy S9 to everyone. Shut up. My first time. Melanie, welcome. Girl, where have you been where have you been all our lives? Like, you are going to love this. Like, you're going to be like, why haven't I? Well, unless you're brand spanking new. But if you've been here, you're going to be like, why the heck, Miranda? You're going to be like, why have I not been on this? This is the best thing that's happened in my life. Okay, so since you all are new, some of you are new, second time ever, Australia. Woo, woo. What time is it in Australia? Now, I know you guys are like noonish right now or something. I mean, you're definitely late. I don't know. I know you're late. Good morning. I don't always sing, so it's a very special morning for everybody because you're all getting a special treat. So if you guys are joining us for the morning show, we always start our day out with gratitude. And what that means is 10 p.m. in Australia. Oh, girl. Oh, you're like the next day. So if you're joining us, the first thing you're going to know is I'm always all over the place. I think you've already figured that one out. But one thing that I stay consistent on is the fact that every morning we grab our gratitude journals and we do gratitude. And if you don't have a gratitude journal, that is okay. Don't let that stop you. Grab a sticky note, a crayon, or some people call it crayons or whatever. Okay. Whatever language you speak. And grab your crayon and grab a piece of paper, a sticky note, whatever you've got. And this is the time, crayon, yes. And this is the time where we write down our gratitude, just 5 to 7 things that you are grateful for from the day before. Dig deep, think about it. It doesn't have to be the same things. In fact, you're missing the point if it's just the obvious things. I'm grateful for food. Okay, we know that. Y'all, we'd die without it. I'm grateful for electricity. Okay, we won't be able to see. All right, like, what are you grateful for deep? Like maybe it was a sunset this morning. You saw the sun come up on your way to work, or a shooting star last night before you went to bed, or you're thankful for the fact that you got to spend time with your kid yesterday when you don't usually get to. So dig deep. What are some of those things that you are thankful for? The Texican crayon. It's crayon. K-R-A-N. Guess what, you guys? You do not have to know how to do math, nor do you have to know how to spell to be a millionaire. Just for real. Like, you really do not. Crayon, like cranberry juice. Crayon. Who says crayon? Okay, we're not going to get into this fight again. Crayon. That's just too hard. Why are you all making more syllables in your life? Like, I like the shortcuts. Crayon. Sounds the same, easier, quicker, done. Okay, then I can be on to like messaging somebody or sharing the Thrive experience. All right, so good morning. I hope you guys are doing your gratitude. If you guys feel like it, I would love if you guys could share one thing in the comments that you are grateful for this beautiful day. In the last 24 hours, something that you've been grateful for. If you want to share something with us in the comments, I would love for you to do that. Put it out into the atmosphere. And the reason why we do gratitude and we start our day with gratitude, number one, is to get you in a habit. habit creates, just everything we do is methodical, you guys, because habit creates you to be mindful with other habits in your life. And so if you know that you can stick to doing something every single morning without fail, then it teaches you and your mind that you can do other things every single day without fail, with that consistency. With that said, the other reason we want to start our day out with gratitude is because it's really hard to have a bad day when you're starting your day being grateful for the things in your life that you have. And it doesn't really matter what we've got going on. There's going to be some times where you pull out that pen and piece of paper, or you pull out your gratitude journal, and you're like, man, I've really got to search because it's been a crappy day. But that is what pulls you back up to reality. And you go, you know what? I do have things to be grateful for, even through this mess, even through this challenge. And to keep those, and then for a year, to do that every day straight, and then to go back and just be able to go through the things that you were grateful for at certain times, it's a really cool. So every morning, that's how we start our morning out. Hopefully, while I've been chatting away, you have been doing your gratitude. I already did mine since I was up since 1 o'clock in the morning. Already did mine. And I got this dream journal, y'all. Like, who gave me this one? Yeah, I can't keep up. Somebody gave me this. This thing, I am in love with it. Thoughts before I sleep, emotions before I sleep. Did I have a dream? Interpretation, feeling upon, how did I feel upon awakening, and comments. Oh my gosh, I dream a lot. Do you guys know dreaming is hereditary? I just found this out like a couple months ago. I was looking up what I dreamt, something really weird, and I was trying to look up, like, did it mean something? And I stumbled on this article that talks about dreaming is hereditary. So like if your parents dreamt a lot, and you'll probably dream a lot, but some people don't dream. This is for real, y'all. How many of you guys don't really dream? You very, very rarely dream. You don't remember dreams. You see, like, look at, there's quite a few of you that don't dream. How many of you guys have vivid dream? How many of you guys have you had lucid dreaming? Like where you fly in your dreams and stuff? I like have just started figuring out how to control my dreams. It's the coolest thing ever. But anyways, what I love, oh my God, like they're so real, right, Christina? Like, I'm like, oh my God. Lucid dreaming, you guys, is the coolest thing in the world. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can look it up. But this dream journal, I am loving it because I forget. How many of you guys, right when you wake up, you can remember your dream, but then when you go to tell somebody about it later, I'm just a firm believer that dreams mean things. And I love like looking them up. And it's so crazy about when I'm dreaming something and when I go look up meanings of it, how it fits. It's just so weird. But anyways, I don't even know how I got on that topic. It has nothing to do with anything. But anyway, it's because this dream journal was sitting here and I'm like, oh my God, that's so cool. I got to tell you about it. So if you want to know where to get a gratitude journal, though, Amazon. Amazon is the place. And actually, if you're on the morning show, at the end of every morning show, we pick a winner of a prize. And one of those prizes to choose from is a gratitude journal. So if you don't have one and you're chosen as a winner, you can pick a gratitude journal and we'll send you one. But I get all my gratitude journals from Amazon. There's a bunch of different kinds. They're pretty much all the same, but the 5-minute journal has just always been my favorite. So yeah, you can go there. You can get gratitude journals that are paperback like this for $5. Cheap. And you can go get them at Barnes and Nobles and wherever. So if you want to invest in a gratitude journal, it is a total business write-off and such a great investment. And I feel like when you've got something cute and pretty to write in, you're more willing and probably able to stay consistent with something that you have steady and read, and like, this is ready to go, I'm ready to write in it, have it by your bed, rather than if you were writing on sticky notes. I mean, if that's all you got, please don't think that you can't do gratitude. But to get a book to where you're keeping it all, or even a notebook at the dollar store, that's going to keep you, I think, more grounded than just being all over about it. So get consistent there. So as you guys know, we kind of have a system here with our morning show where we talk about Lavelle news, team news, a Lavelle topic, a business topic, and then we go more into some self-development at the end. And so Lavelle news, well, y'all, it's the end of the month, and I am like, wow. just wow at how many people on our team have seen promotions already this month. And it's not even the last day. Like, I remember being in my last company. I was with one other network marketing company before Lavelle. And the only time people ever promoted was the very last day of the month. That was it. That's the only time promotions happened. I never had anybody promote on the 24th or the 25th. No, it was always last day. The cool thing about Lavelle is that people promote like early. It's crazy. You can promote anytime. I mean, we're congratulating people that are just getting started that are less than 2 weeks into their business for grabbing first bonuses. And it's just so cool because you constantly have things to put on Facebook and post and congratulations and things like that to keep the hype up. But um I've just been so like, wow. And we've had over 100 promotions already this month on our team, just this month. And actually the craziest month for promotions is always April. It's the last month. So everybody's pushing. And that's when people like have worked so hard from January to April. There was a lot of people hibernating for the winter. Y'all were bears. And it was like the rapture. I was like, holy shit, did God just come down and take everybody? Because everybody has done disappeared and I'm the only one left. Is anybody there? Like, y'all took a long nap, and then all of a sudden January 1st came and bonuses were announced, and you were like, oh, I'm awake, I'm here, I'm a thriver. And I'm like, where have you been, girl? And you're back. Okay. And it sparked you, it got you excited, and you're like, oh my gosh, what if I could get one of these bonuses? And a lot of you guys jumped back in. We had people jump back in when they saw the bonuses were announced. They've always used the products, but they just weren't actively working the business. And they were like, okay, I need one of these bonuses. Well, here we are, and we're entering April, the last month of trying to get these bonuses. And, don't count yourself out, even if you're not close, because one thing I have learned is that the seeds you plant take about 3 to 4 months to sprout. So if you guys just woke up January 1st from hibernation, if God planted you back down on the earth and said, we don't want you yet, and you're like, okay, I'm ready to do this business. You got to remember that you just started getting consistent in January. You just started posting again. You just started being excited. And so it might be April. And that's why we have so many promotions that happen in the month of April, because it might be April is the month that all of those people that you've been planting seeds with and talking to and that have been watching come around. Plus everybody's getting those stimulus checks right now and tax returns. And they're just kind of like, I got some extra money. Let's do this thing. So don't count yourself out. But like I always say, at the end of the day, if it took these bonuses to get you excited, to wake your asses up and to get you like, I want to do this, like, okay, I'm back in. You've got to look at the big picture now. Okay. We know what Lavelle's capable of. We also know that these bonuses will be back at some point, whether that's next year or the year after that or whenever. They've done them 3 times since I've been here in 4.5 years. So we know that they will come back. What you have to look now is at the big picture. Is you might not hit it this time. Why? Because you just woke up in January. And consistency is key in a business like this. If you just started doing all the right actions over the last 3 to 4 months, guess what? It's going to take time. So if now the moral of the story is look at that big picture and stay consistent and know that maybe this time isn't your time to hit those bonuses. It was somebody else's time. And I bet you right now, I could pull so many people on our team that were here with me the last time these bonuses were announced that did not get them, but they got them this time. And your time will be, Katie Sue, your time will be the next time, because I promise you, your time, there will always be a time as long as you stay consistent and don't give up. And so, I'm so thankful for the bonuses being announced, because it did wake a lot of people up and it did make a lot of people see, wow, this is what Lavelle does. And guess what? They're going to keep doing stuff like this. So now it's your job just to keep staying excited, keep staying consistent, and your time is going to come. The only thing I want is you guys to get to the end of April. And on that last day of April, no matter what the outcome, whether you grabbed a bonus, whether you didn't promote, I don't care. What I want you to be able to do is look in the mirror and go, you know what? I gave it my best. I did everything I know I could do from January on. I know I did not slack. I know it. And you know what? Let's say you have slacked. Let's say January 1st, you're like, yes, I'm in it. And then all of a sudden some life happened and you didn't get to do all you wanted to do. April 1st is a new day. Tomorrow's a new day. Today is a new day. Start today and give this last 30 days the best push you can. Get to the end of the 30 days and go, you know what? I gave it my all. And maybe I missed the mark, but that's okay because I'm on the right track for the next time. So I wanted to talk a little bit about end of the month tips before we get into self-development today. And, there's a lot going on. What should you be doing right now to set yourself up for April? Because sometimes we get so down on ourselves because maybe we had a goal for this month and now we're like, oh shit, we're not going to hit it. And so then we start getting all, oh my gosh, and then we start comparing, and then we start letting all those things come into our head, and we end up kind of getting in the dumps, and then now we're missing more days. Because when you're in a bad mood, or when you're in a certain type of way, people around you can feel it, right? Even the people you talk to, the way you're posting on Facebook, the energy you put out, other people are grabbing onto that energy. So I want you guys to be in a place where you are ready to let whatever that it is go. If you missed the mark, if you thought you'd be a little bit further, and I need you to just concentrate on setting those goals for April. So my tips for you, and I'm going to pass it over to my two amazing hosts today. My biggest tip for you is let's get ready for April. Write down, get a notebook. What's the way that you keep track of your schedule? What do you need to do in that month to make your goal happen? And your goal does not necessarily have to be one of these bonuses. It could be, you know what? I have never thrived for free. I want to thrive for free by the end of April. That is my goal. Okay, how many people do I need to talk to every day? How many new people am I adding? What's my schedule? When am I going to be able to fit this in? Maybe it's I just want to gain $1,000. Like or maybe it's I want to sign my first customer. I've never signed a promoter before. That's my goal, to sign one promoter. Don't compare your journey to anyone else's. Don't compare anything to you. The only thing you need to compare yourself to is the person you were yesterday. And if you know you're doing more and putting in more effort and trying your best, then you're winning. You're moving forward, and you're going to start to see that action play out. So I'm going to pass it over to Lydia or Katie, whoever wants to jump in on that.
I want to touch on exactly what you just said, because it was like on my heart last night when I knew I was going to speak today. So I can speak on this because when I first came in is when they had the rank advancement bonuses last time. And you guys, I worked my butt off, but I did not hit the rank advancement bonuses, but I went 12K the month afterwards. So I can totally get how, a lot of us, especially right now in bonus season, we start to, look left and look right and look up and look down and what everybody else is doing and accomplishing. And we get lost in the jelly sauce. We get so busy like watching and waiting and wishing that it was us that we don't even realize we're not doing the do to get the get. So I can speak on this personally because I was there. I was thinking I was doing all the right things. And I barely missed that freaking bonus, you guys. I went 12K. So it ended in May and I went 12K like June 15th, like halfway through the next month. And I beat myself up. I knew I fell short and I was pissed off at myself because I realized like I was so distracted and looking everywhere else instead of focusing on what I needed to do to get where I wanted to be. So I had to kick myself in the butt. That next month, I kicked myself in the butt. I reached out to a sideline sister that had got the 12K bonus in May. And I'm like, girl, what did you do? And I applied that. And the very next month, I went 12K. So the cure of being lost in the jelly sauce is we have to get in the right mindset. Like Lisa just said, we have to remember why we started. maybe you were desperately like me and needed to prioritize your self-care. Maybe you were that tired, grouchy mom, sad mom, letting the TV parent your children just so you could nap. Maybe you were overweight, overworked, underpaid, whatever the situation was. We started for a reason, and we have to get back to that. Because right now, if you're sitting in a place of comparison, of being down on yourself for not hitting your goals this month, we have to snap ourselves out of it. We have to get back to why we started. And if we look back and realize, like, man, I am in the best health of my life. I've really taken good care of myself. If we look back and realize, oh my gosh, I just played and laughed with my kids all dang day. Like, I'm so happy and appreciative of the mood support and the energy that I have. We can look back and be like, oh my gosh, I just made $25 extra at basketball practice because a mom saw my DFT. Oh my gosh, my weekly check just filled my fridge for the next 2 weeks. Like, if we can get back into that mind space of why we started and look back and see exactly how much we've accomplished since focusing on that first initial goal, then we're going to be in a place of appreciation, of gratitude. And when we focus on what excites us, that passion radiates, and people can see it in our posts. They can feel that energy when we're talking to them face to face. And you guys, that passion is what attracts our people to us. It attracts those opportunities that we need to get to where we want to go. So this month, we have like just a few more days. This month, I want you guys to focus, like hardcore, focus in on why you started. I want to see it in the chat. Why did you start? Because we get so caught up in comparison, like, oh my God, I'm in 3 years and I'm not a millionaire yet. But look back, like, dude, you've lost like 80 pounds. You are in the best shape of your life. You started because you told me you were tired of looking in the mirror and not liking what you saw. You love yourself now. Like, let's get back to celebrating all the little wins. Let's get back to why we started. And we're going to be in this place where we can grow. Because we get so lost and just like, we don't even like to be tagged in other people's shout outs when we're in this space. And that is, we cannot be in that space. God does not like ugly. So let's get out of it and let's focus on what we can, because you can take back your power when you're focusing on what excites you. So finish this month, balls to the walls, and we're going to be set up to win in April. So that's kind of all I wanted to talk about today.
Amen. Lydia, what you got?
Here I am. Good morning, everyone. I honestly, it's like we planned this, you guys. Our topics are so cohesive. So I had this chat with my team last night, and it was kind of geared towards the fact that we got to finish this month strong, but then also it's the last month of bonus season. Like, if you don't get a bonus, it's not the end of the world, right? Like, we keep going. Like, amazing things happen not in bonus season. If you guys don't know me, my name is Lydia Kyle. I am a 40K from New Mexico, and we just got our tax paperwork back from our accountant, and it came in the mail. And I mean, I had an idea of, I knew how much we had made with Thrive, but like, I didn't know what our gross income was. You guys, when I opened it, I almost choked. And we didn't have bonus season last year. Okay. We didn't have bonus season last year, and amazing things happened just from being consistent. So if bonus season ends and you don't get that bonus, it is not the end of the world. However, what I told my team last night is when you get to conference, not if, when you get to conference, because you need to get there, there are still tickets. I had 2 gals buy tickets last night. There are still tickets to Thrive Palooza. When you get to conference, I want you to be so exhausted that you can hardly function because you put everything on the table for the month of April. That is the only way that April needs to go for you. Like, it's just a non-negotiable. You need to decide right now that April is non-negotiable. And here's the reason. And this is what I was telling my leadership team last night. It's not about you. Okay. It's not about you. You may not hit that bonus, whether it's 40K, 80K, 12K, you may not hit that bonus. Okay. That's fine. But what if 3 people on your team do because of your leadership? Okay. That's the amazing thing about this business is, and it's really interesting to me because I feel like sometimes network marketing gets a bad rap for this exact thing. But in my mind, it's such a positive. The simple fact that our success is based on the success of the people who join with us. Okay. Our success is dependent on our leadership. Okay. You can't be successful in this business long term unless you are a good leader, unless you are encouraging the people who join with you. And some of you may be like shaking your head like, Lydia, I don't even have a team yet. Okay, but you will. You need to start developing those leadership skills right now. Okay. You need to start becoming the leader that can lead people to success right now. It doesn't matter if you joined yesterday, and you showing up on this Zoom, that's the first step. So pat yourself on the back. You have accomplished that for the day, but you got to keep going. You got to keep learning. But what I was talking to my team about last night was, it's not about us. Okay. When I look at that, you guys, I'm going for 40K on my husband's account and I'm going for 80K on mine. When I look at those trackers, it's scary. It's very intimidating. When I think about me, when I look at it in the sense of, gosh, how am I going to generate $80,000 worth of revenue in 1 month? But if I look at that tracker and I say, you know what, if I can help so-and-so go 12K, and if I can help so-and-so get their VIP 100, if I can help so-and-so go 4K in their first month, then it starts to become a lot more attainable in the fact that if I focus on other people's success while also balancing my own, our entire team grows. Okay. People being successful is how you create a sustainable business. So if say you have someone who joined with you 2 weeks ago, reach out to your team today. If you have any promoters underneath you, I want you to reach out to those promoters and find out if they're thriving for free. You guys, you still have 2 whatever. You have a few days left in the month. Okay. You reach out to your team, find out if they're thriving for free. If they're not thriving for free, you guys, do everything in your power to help them do that. That's a huge victory. Okay. I feel like we forget about that. There are 200K leaders who don't thrive for free, you guys. Okay. It's a huge victory to thrive for free. I remember one time, Stephanie Grachik posted on like the second to last day of the month, and she's like, man, I'm finally thriving for free. She posted it in on our team page. And I was like, whoa. We think that leaders like just make it happen like that. And here's Steph, who just joined the Millionaires Club, and it took her all month to thrive for free. So we can't forget about those little victories. If you have people on your team who aren't thriving for free, that's a great way for you to push some end of month volume. Help those people thrive for free. If you have someone who is, maybe they're not going to hit 4K this month, but you can help them get $500 closer. Right? Set them up for next month's success. It's not about you as an individual all the time. It's about building a team that is sustainable and creating a culture of success and creating a culture of support that carries on for generation to generation. And by generation, I mean like levels. I like referring to it that way because I like to think of creating a legacy. So, if someone is 3 levels beneath you and they're not thriving for free, make it a priority to help them thrive for free, because creating that culture of success, you're not only pushing your own success, you're teaching them how to do that for their own people when they build the team. You have to teach people how to be leaders. Heather, congratulations on thriving for free this month. That's huge. That's amazing. That's an amazing victory. And those small victories lead to big wins. But that's what I was talking to my team about is, you got to finish out the month and help as many people have those victories as you can. And then when you go into April, make it about other people's success while balancing your own. Obviously you can't only go into management mode, right? Like um you can't only focus on other people. You still need to, post consistently. You still need to do your follow-ups. You still need to do your thank you notes, whatever that is for you as far as managing your own business. But if you focus solely on yourself, the task of achieving a bonus or the task of hitting that next rank is going to be very daunting. But if you start to focus on other people's success, it becomes these bite-sized chunks. And the other thing, this is the last thing that I'll say. It's also very, very early in the morning. For me, I'm hiding in my bathroom. And when I always, whenever I get roped into doing this Zoom, I always kick myself because I have to set my alarm for like 4:30 a.m. And I'm not a morning person, you guys. I have 3 little kids. I like to sleep. And so whenever I do this, I kick myself, but every time I get asked or every time I see the opportunity to do this Zoom, I do it because I need to show up. I need to show up because how am I supposed to encourage my team to get on these Zooms if I'm not willing to show them? You know what? I got up at 4:30 in the morning and I was on that Vibe Tribe Zoom. I took those capsules at 4:45 a.m. and I'm drinking my shake, and here I am, fairly coherent adult. And that for me, showing up shows my team that it's worth it to show up. If you're the kind of leader who doesn't get on Zooms, if you're the kind of leader who doesn't show your team that you're doing your IPAs, whether that's an IPA chart or an IPA chat, it doesn't matter. If you are not the type of person that's showing people that you are also in the trenches, you become unattainable for them. They think that all you do is sit on a golden throne and drink mojitos all day while they're busting their butts trying to make you money. We do not want to create that kind of culture. You need to show your team that you show up every single day. You need to show your team that you are on Zooms. You need to give your team incentives to be on Zooms. You need to show them that you're doing those IPAs every day. Send them those text messages of you following up with people and getting minis out the door. Do the things that you're telling your team to do, because it shows them that even leaders are in the trenches, and even leaders struggle to thrive for free sometimes. Even leaders it's not easy for us. You want to show people the success that is possible, but you also want to show them that you are there with them. And I think, that's one of the reasons that our company is so successful, and part of the reason why our team is so successful from bottom to top. You have people like Lisa and Chas and Steph and Brittany who are in the trenches every single day. There are a lot of teams and there are a lot of companies that don't have that culture. And I think that's why network marketing gets the bad rap of, the people at the top who are the 1% that are sitting on the golden throne drinking mojitos while everybody else is, trying to peddle stuff out there in the world. We have the best products. We have the best company. We have the best team. I love waking up, sometimes not at 4:30 a.m., but I love waking up and doing this every single day with you guys. So go out there, be grateful for the opportunity that you have, and show up for yourself and show up for your team. That's all I got, Lisa.
Oh, sorry, I was just drinking my mojito. Sorry.
Send some my way.
I just
Send some my way.
drinking my mojito. It's my turn. No, I'm just joking. So good, you guys. I mean, I think the moral of the story, the end result is, let's prepare for April, but let's not, hang on to whatever's happened or where we're not. We wish we were want to be, and help our teams and dive in and obviously lead by example, because that's where other people are going to follow your lead. And if you're not showing up, if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing every day, people are going to see that. They're going to get that. They're going to know that. And, know that we all have to work the same amount of hard, we really do. And I just said to me and Heather McCloskey were talking yesterday, and I just said, oh my gosh, I'm so glad there's one more month so I can still earn my trip. Like, I still need another promoter. I'm like, stuff happens, I'm planting seeds, but people aren't biting. I mean, the same things that happens to you guys happen to everybody. It doesn't matter what rank you are. So just know that seasons, you're going to be in different seasons, and those seasons will come and go. I just want to shout out really quick Sunday night Zoom with Stacy Weisenberger and Derek Weisenberger. You guys, if you're not plugging into Sunday night Zoom, you are missing out. The last 2 weeks, oh my gosh, fire. So freaking good. If you need to set your alarms and join in on Sunday nights, because it has been so good. It just breaks my heart when I look at Zooms. I mean, it breaks my heart when I look at Zooms and there's only 150 people on it. It just blows my mind. Blows my stinking mind. But Sunday nights is becoming by far one of my favorite Zooms to be on. And for me personally, the most motivating. Besides Tuesdays, I absolutely love, obviously, Tuesday leadership Zooms, but Sunday night is just to die for. But last night on that Zoom, Stacy said something, and I said, oh my gosh, I want to talk about this today in self-development, because at the end of the day, I think the reason why so many people fail at everything, I'm talking fail at diets, fail at, exercise routine, fail at good parenting skills, fail at being a good friend, fail at, being a good coworker. I think the biggest reason why so many people fail at things that they set out to do is because they're emotionally attached to the outcome, when they should be emotionally attached to, they're emotionally attached to the outcome. They're emotionally attached to the results, but they should be emotionally attached to the effort, emotionally attached to the practice of it. And if you can flip that switch, you will see that it is going to completely change the way that you do things in life. And honestly, the way that you start succeeding at things, because I think about the last 10 years, almost 11 years that I've been doing network marketing. And if I wasn't emotionally attached to the outcomes of things, oh my gosh, I wouldn't be here. And it really got me thinking last night, how many things in my life that I quit because I'm so emotionally attached to the results. Like right now, it's not happening. Like an example of a diet, I will get on these kicks where I'm like, okay, I'm ready to lose weight. I'm going to eat good. And for like a week straight, I am on point. I'm doing all the things. But when I see zero results, I immediately want to give up. I immediately go, this isn't worth it. I immediately go, well, one piece of chocolate cake ain't going to do anything, because nothing, all that goodness I did last week, I'm not even noticing a difference in my pants or on the scale. And immediately it's easier to go back to those bad habits, because I'm so emotionally attached to, I want results right now. And if I'm not getting the results I'm looking for, it's just like your PPA, right? If you are dictating your success based off of your PPA, you are going to never get anywhere in this business. If right now I said, Lisa, you suck as an individual, a person, because your PPA sucks, then that would just get me down in the dumps. That would make me not want to work the business. That would make me, and I would spiral, right? So I don't get emotionally attached to PPAs, and I don't get emotionally attached to your PPAs. I don't look at a leader on my team and go, oh my gosh, so-and-so has a 62 PPA. Wow, they are incredible. But so-and-so only has a 3 PPA. They suck. No, that's not, dude, I've been doing this for so long. I can tell you, I have people with 63 PPAs on our team that are not that great. and in general, just like in business over the last 11 years, I've seen people that are high recruiters, but they suck as leaders. And then I have people that are lower recruiters, but they're the best leaders on the planet. I look at people that do the right actions every day. I'm not emotionally attached to their results right now. What I'm attached to is their action. I have an emotional attraction to attraction and an attention to their actions, because I know those right actions are going to produce the results they're looking for at the end. In the end of the day, as long as people are doing those right actions, I know that those results are going to come. Why? Because I've been doing this for 11 years and I've seen it. And I've watched other people, do diet and exercise programs, and they are emotionally attached to what they're doing every day, those actions, putting those actions in, being proud of every action they do. Wow, I just had a workout. I feel great. My body feels better. They're not attached to the number on the scale. Because if they were, then if that was all they thought about it, that was the only reason they were doing this, then they're going to give up, because they're not going to be seeing the weight go down the way they feel like the effort they're putting in. Think about losing weight. And if you go work out and you feel like, oh my God, I'm at the gym every day and I'm busting my ass, and when 1 pound is gone. If you were emotionally attached to that, you would probably want to give up. But if you start getting emotionally attached to the way that you feel doing those right actions every day, eventually, maybe not the first week, but in 4 weeks, wow, there's 5 pounds gone. But in 8 weeks, wow, there's 10 pounds gone. Like, it looks completely different. That end result always comes when we can get emotionally attached to our actions and the way we feel with those daily actions, and celebrating the small wins, because that's what success is all about, is celebrating those small wins along the way. If you're setting the bar so high in life with everything that you're doing, you are going to be so disappointed, because you're always going to be missing the mark. That's why I always tell people, when you're setting goals with anything in your life, make sure that those goals are goals that are attainable. Not so easy that you're not going to have to push yourself, but not so hard that there's just no way you're going to hit it. Because again, if you're attaching your worth, your success to the end outcome, and every single month you're setting a goal that you're never going to hit and you're always missing it, your brain is a powerful thing, and your mind is going to say, you suck, you're not getting there. Well, nobody would have got there because you set the bar so high. You signed yesterday and you want to be at 12K tomorrow. That is not attainable. What is attainable? Signing your first customer, right? So what is attainable? What's going to push you out of your comfort zone a little bit? What is going to, drive you to work a little bit harder? What is possible, but not too easy to where you're going to slack and not do enough, right? Because if we're living on that side of things and we're looking at everything as like a big win when it's not, then we get caught in that place of we're really not moving at the pace we want to move at. So I want us to get to a place where we are emotionally attached to what we are doing, the actions. And if you guys ever see me run any kind of a contest, if you've been with me long enough and you've ever seen me do contests, my contests never have to do solely based off of someone's PPA. Because immediately, tell me right now what you all would do. If I said, hey guys, running a contest, and it's the top PPAs that win it, immediately 90% of you would count yourselves out. Immediately 90% of you would automatically assume that there's no way that you could be a top PPA person. So you would automatically go, well, I'm not even going to try. I'm not even going to put in the effort. So when I run contests, they're based off of actions, doing those right income producing activities every day. PPA might be in there. You might be able to get some points for that, but that is not the sole thing that will get you to be a winner for that contest. It's doing those right actions. And I learned a long time ago that when I do things that way, then everybody counts themselves in. The strange thing is we were talking about this at one of Chasa's retreats. How many people don't turn in their points or don't even enter the contest because they think, oh, there's thousands of people. Why would I be the winner? You guys, every single person at these retreats say the same thing. I didn't think I'd be here. I turned my points in. I had no idea. Well, I've had leaders on my team. We talk amongst ourselves and we're like, dude, there's so many people on my team that would have had this, but they didn't turn their points in because they just counted themselves out. So ask yourself today, are you counting yourself out? Are you putting in the effort? Is your mindset going towards the right actions? Are you celebrating the small wins? And are you celebrating yourself for doing those right actions and pushing yourself out of your comfort zone? Or are you basing your success off of that PPA number? Are you basing your success if you sign a customer or promoter? Is in your mind, is that the only way that you are successful in this business? Because if that is the case, you are going to be down 95% of the time. Your mindset is going to be in the gutter 95% of the time because you are basing success off of something that only happens 5% of the time. Okay. It's the 95% of the time that you are doing the right actions every day, right? It's if you've ever, one of the first things somebody told me when I got into network marketing is you were going to work a whole hell of a lot in the beginning for practically nothing. And then one day you're going to be not working much at all for a whole lot. And I remember thinking, God, I hope they're right, because I just kicked my ass this week. I had this many new people. I did this many follow-ups. I talked and like all I did was live, breathe, dream, and sleep Lavelle. And my paycheck was 59 cents. They better be right, right? We're asking everybody on here to trust in the fact that if you put in all this work right now, you will suddenly start to see those checks grow. It may take 6 months to a year or 2 years, but if you get to doing those right actions and slowly grow and slowly push yourself out of your comfort zone, those outcomes that you're looking for, they will come and they will get there. But the thing is if you're emotionally attached to the outcome, no wonder you all want to quit in a month, in 2 months, in 3 months, because your check is still 59 cents, but you're doing all the right actions and you're basing your success off of the number that comes every month in your PayPal or in your check. You're like, okay, this is not worth it. Then you start saying, wow, that's ridiculous. I put in all this time and my check was $2. My husband's right. My mom was right. My sister's right. That person that told me I was stupid is right. Oh, you guys, every single one of you on here are going to quit. And that's what most people do, is they're so attached to whatever it is in your mind, whether it's, I base my success off of my PPA. I base my success off of, did I send a promoter this week? Did I send a customer this week? I base my success off of what my paycheck was on Tuesday. Let me tell you what, if you're doing that, you might as well quit now, because you are going to be disappointed 95% of the time. Because you have to be attached to the action. Wow, I know I'm doing all the right. I'm so proud of myself for stepping out of my comfort zone and going live this week. Don't look at the check. Don't expect the check to be anything for the first year. I tell everybody that I sign. If anybody's making money their first year, I'm like, dude, you're a 1%er. Because most people don't really make a lot of money the first year. The first year is I'm learning, I'm building my network, I'm plugging in, I'm doing all the right actions, I'm getting, my feet wet, I'm learning how all this works. And then all of a sudden the money starts to come. I'm not saying you're not going to make anything, hopefully we're all thriving free and you're not paying any money into your business, but that doesn't always happen right away. Sometimes that takes time for people. The comparison game has to stop. I'm going to pass it on. Lydia, do you guys have anything to add to this? I totally got on a tangent, but I hope everybody's understanding what I'm saying when I say that you've got to stop being attached to that outcome or whatever it is that gets you in that depressing spot. Oh, my paycheck sucks. I'm going to no, stop.